All right. Welcome, chat. I see a couple people in the chat right now. I don't know how many we'll get to, but this is the Wheel of Degradation. Now, you're probably wondering, what the fuck does that mean? Well, I'm going to tell you. You see that wheel in the right corner of the screen there? Every time somebody donates $10 or more, we are going to spin that wheel. Now, I know that those results are too small for you to read, so if somebody would please type !wheel results in chat, it will pop up the list of results that the wheel can have. Most of these are bad for me. Some of them are just kind of funny. And a lot of them are going to make the stream slowly worse and just degrade over time. Eventually, we will get to the point where it is probably going to be unplayable. Oh, hang on. Looks like it couldn't totally get everything on the one wheel result, so I will make a second one. Hold up. Had a feeling that might be the case. It was a lot of text. Alright, let's see here. Wheel results. New command. Wheel results 2. There we go. Now we should have a second wheel results to tell you the rest of the stuff. But, as you can see from what's already up there, though, it is going to be mostly stuff that I just genuinely don't want to do. Some things that are silly, like the mods picking out a random PNG image for me to add to the stream. And I'll just throw that in there somewhere at random. Slowly, but surely, the stream is going to become more and more unbearable. And we're going to do this basically until I get bored. But that's the gist of it. Yeah, and whenever you guys spin the donation, or give a $10 or more donation, this is what happens. It spins, and the result is 10 setups. I'd have to do 10 setups. That's an example, but you get the picture. Anyway, without further ado, I'm going to start playing just some casual Sacred Stones until we get a donation. And honestly, this could end up just being a 2-hour stream where nothing happens and I just play Sacred Stones, which is also fine. It's a nice casual way to hang out with you guys. Alright, I gotta turn off animations. I will now turn off animations, just to make this more casual. Oh, and turn on the game speed. What's up? Fast. Fast. There we go. That's how it should be. Now, again, not expecting this to be anything crazy. And it may even just end up being the most casual Sacred Stone stream. But could also be very funny. So, we'll just see what happens. Oh, and there are other incentives as well. Notably, I will stream in a maid outfit again if we get enough donos. And I believe I also have another dono goal set up for a bonus kill my unit stream this week. So both of those are on the table. Go nuts. That was funny. Oh. Well, that's less good. Fran's kind of fucked up, but that's okay. Is this part gonna end in Phantom Ship? McCullis, I highly doubt we will even get to Phantom Ship. I mean, we are gonna, like, play fast, but I don't know if we're gonna play that fast. Mostly, we're just gonna slowly watch the stream get more and more cursed as people donate. And that's pretty much all we're here for. Other than that, it'll just be the world's most casual Sacred Stone stream. And honestly, might even remain the world's most casual Sacred Stone stream. I don't know how much money people have right now. I assume not too much to throw around. Wow, okay. That was some dog shit luck. Way to go. I guess we're just gonna restart. That's fucking outstanding. Good thing it's not an Iron Man, huh? Oh, $10 from 60 Sweep to kick us off. First spin of the wheel. Let's see what we get. 10 push-ups. All right. Also, yes, this is 100% Mal's idea. Whew. But yeah, of course the 8-ball wasn't wrong. It's magic. That shouldn't surprise you. Alright, let's see if Erica can not die this time. Still strength. That's fine. Whew. Also, it is ungodly hot in this apartment. I have the fan running on max. but they crank the heat. I don't know if it's because like a bunch of old people live here or what, but it is brutal. Whew. Now again, if any of you do want to see what the potential things you can roll on the wheel are, just type in wheel results, and that'll show you half of it, and then wheel results 2 will show you the other half. Dang it, Gilliam. Making me waste the use of the steel sword. Nice. Whew. Alrighty. There we go. Blah, blah, blee, blee, blah. I am curious how far we can get in 2 or 3 hours, especially if nothing else happens. Oh, did I fuck that up? That's fine. See? Totally fine. We are schmoving right now. We'll see if anything deigns to interrupt that, but for now, we're schmoving. Oh, Garcia. You moved into the most inconvenient spot. The single most inconvenient spot you could have possibly moved. Yeehaw. Sorry if the commentary is not too exciting today, folks. I am mostly just waiting to see what happens with the wheel. I actually got myself intentionally hung over with the stream, before the stream to make this a bit harder on myself. Because I wanted everything to be agonizing. Reaches. Okay, cool. Okay, cool. Nice. It worked out. I wish to visit destruction upon them. Hey, Stat! Welcome to the party. Not a very eventful one yet. We're kind of just waiting for any of the donations to roll in to see what happens. And then we get to spin the wheel. But otherwise, it's just going to be a very casual Sacred Stones playthrough. Either way, happy to have you here, whether you're hanging out or just dropping in. Hilarious. Okay. You're gonna get a level, Ross. You're gonna get a level. We got you. Never mind. You are bad at hitting. There we go. Pretty good first level, honestly. Alright. Now to recruit best girl. Oh, there he goes. There we go. Oh, that was not the thing I wanted to attack. Oh well. Still pretty good. Getting speed is huge early. Alright. I wonder if we'll have a Blessed Ross. Thought so. Did we support them? I don't remember. No. Yeah. So no matter what, we're fine to leave Ross there. Do. Wonder how long it would take us to get Ross beefed up. Probably like this chapter and the next one, right? Though I bet we could do it in just this one. like that. Oh, never mind, she's already got one. Yeehaw. Let's see how it goes. Still strength, which is fine. Getting closer. Huh. Didn't realize he killed. Whoops. Buddy, come on now. Alright, let's try that again. Jesus, Garcia. Not the best luck. That's a, oh my god. Franz, you got hit too. Well, it's still fine. We're just feeding Ross right now anyway. I guess the skill is nice. No. Alright, let's see. It's a pretty good first level, actually. Okay. Well, let's go finish off the chapter. Alright, Erica, a couple more of those and we're home free. Or one crit, that works too. You know, I feel like this is kind of a dead stream, and I apologize for that. A lot more people seem to say they were interested on the poll, so I'm a little disappointed, but oh well. These things happen, I guess. Oh, wait. Give the second iron sword to Erica. Now we're looking good. There we go. Hi, MJ. Glad you can make it. too soon? You would think, you know, like half hour's gone by, nothing's really happened yet. This just might be a bogus stream. Stream is going kind of questionably, huh? Yeah, well, it happens. I honestly wasn't 100% sure how it was going to go to begin with. And if this is a flop, this is a flop. Hey, White Shadow, glad you can make it out. Honestly, you know, even if the stream doesn't do well, that's still fine. At least that means I know for next time, you know. Can pick something different to do instead. I don't know. Maybe I just thought it would be more fun than it was for people, but could also just be a case of people showing up late, and that's fine as well. So we'll just have to kind of play it by ear for the next probably like folks we're faking on that stream poll for real. I need to think bigger. What do you think I should have put for incentive, VMJ? What do you think would have reeled him in? Maybe a bunny suit? I could do a bunny suit. I mean, if you all want to ignore the existing stream goal and just think of it as a bunny suit, I could do that. I mean, if Doug was able to pull it off, I could pull it off. Attaching the concept to an ongoing stream series rather than a random FE8 playthrough. I mean, I don't think that this would work for just... Oh, there he goes. Well. Anyway. Oh! Thank you, EMJ. For 5 memberships, that's probably around $10. We'll spin the wheel. Apologize for character slander. EMJ, is there a particular character you would like me to apologize for slandering? You rolled it, so it is yours to determine here. I appreciate it though either way. Thank you so much. But yeah, no, I just didn't think this would go well with a regular sort of playthrough DCB. Gangrel? Gangrel? Hold on. Let's get real personal with this. Gangrel, I would like to apologize. I've said some mean things about you in the past, like you're a tyrant and killing Crom's sister wasn't cool, or even you got a whack-ass haircut. And that was mean. That was rude of me. I shouldn't have said those things. You have a cool crown, and the Trickster is a cool class. And honestly, you're probably one of the better villains in Awakening. So I apologize, Gangrel, for all the nasty things I've said about you. Probably said. I don't remember saying. And I might say again. But I apologize. Oh, hang on. There we go. I accidentally hit a speed up button, didn't I? There we go. It's either Gangrel or Saria, but Gangrel is legally my husband and he gave birth to Morgan. That's fair. You gotta stand up for your mans. I don't remember insulting him, though. I should make a PowerPoint about Gangrel sometime. I should probably make a PowerPoint about all the Awakening Spot Pass characters. Oh, Erica, are you gonna make me reset the chapter? Yep, you sure are. God damn. Twice already, she's just failed the dodge. This is not the dodge god Erica of old. Speedrun ruined. Didn't realize we were speedrunning. Keep that in mind from now on. Is there even a reason for me to just... Fuck it, we ball. Speedrun strats. We're speedrunning now. Never mind, she missed. But anyway, yeah, I don't see something where I'm just slowly making the stream more and more cursed working for a regular playthrough. Because then you have to think about, well, do these carry over into the next stream each time? And if so, we end up with like half the screen being taken up by my face, and then like a bunch of PNGs on the screen, and one random image of me from high school, and then I'm doing 10 push-ups while the game is in like a tiny corner in the background. Which is what we're going for here, because it'd be funny, but, eh. I am glad at least the regulars showed up, though. It is nice to see, even if the stream itself isn't going to do particularly well, it is nice to know that you guys consistently show up. It makes me feel just all the warm and fuzzies, honestly. It's nice that we, you know, that you guys are just here and present as a community. I don't know. I just appreciate it. Thank you. The chatters yearn for more funky content. I know somebody recently did like an analysis video on the capturable bosses from Fates, and they did an entire playthrough of the game with just those characters. Huh. I would consider checking that out. I can't remember who it was that did it, though. I want to say it was Zoran, but I might be wrong. But I think it was Zoran. They barely used him? Was that because he was bad? Actually, didn't he use very little of the birthright bosses in general because their stats were just low, if I remember correctly? Seth, mog these randoms. Be honest with me, DCB. I think I get why you like him. I think it's the combination of a very funny sprite and the fact his name is literally funky. But if there's something else, tell me. Because if there's something that you're seeing that I'm missing here, I would love to know. Birthright bosses were generally all dog water. That doesn't really surprise me, unfortunately. And then the neutral route ones were okay, and then the conquest ones were the ones he primarily used, except for the mercenary one, or sorry, the hero one. It was primarily Hytaka shitting on everyone with occasional added Gazak and Zara. I do remember Gazak being used. I guess I shouldn't be surprised that Hytaka is that good, but I am a little surprised. Oh, excuse me, I did not get enough sleep last night. I just really like his portrait. Yeah, his portrait is silly. I mean, like, the actively, like, huffing a rose is kind of iconic. I will give that to you. He's a very entertaining little villain. Get absolutely shitted on. Alright, Erica, let's see if you die again. Nope. Oh, okay. You didn't like what you were doing earlier, huh? Oh, you really didn't like me talking that shit. Damn, okay. Fair enough. Zaha Woods. Which one is this again? What? This ain't no Zaha Woods. This is a damn town. Whew. Yeah, fuck it. This is fine. Excellent. Very well done, team. Alright, let's go watch Gilliam get absolutely shredded. You know, I really thought... I don't know what I thought, honestly. That should have gone different. Oh, wow, okay, they are all moving. Sure, man, at this point, why not? Let's just rearrange. I hope Gilliam gets rippling abs and comes back alive. Seems to be doing alright in that department. Fran should get targeted here, and then he can counter. Stand ready for my arrival. Hey, Skull. Not great. Honestly, this is probably going to be kind of a dud of a stream. Couple people have donated. EMJ threw some money my way. 60 threw some money when he got here. But other than that, not a lot has happened. And honestly, you know, based on the poll, I thought more people would show up. They didn't, and that's okay. Every once in a while, we're gonna get a dud. That's alright. I know I'm not exactly the biggest creator either, so I wasn't expecting, like, a crazy turnout. I think I just overestimated my ability to do this sort of stream, you know? Nicely done, France. There we go. Hey, Shinikira, welcome in. It's a very casual stream today, so don't expect any too much enthusiasm here, but happy to have you. Sucks if the stream has been a dud, but oh well, at least there's some people here. 1 or 2 is better than 0, as they say. Well, that's awesome. I'm glad it's getting recommended. Like I said, not gonna be anything super eventful. We're mostly just hanging out. I do have the dono ticker on there, so if you want to, feel free to check out what the wheel donations can be. But that being said, you know, this is kind of going to be one of our more dud streams. Oh, hey, Joshua isn't dead yet. I was shocked too. He hasn't rushed down Gilliam yet. Speaking of which, let's see whether or not Gilliam dies. But yeah, you know, I don't know whether we're gonna actually get much out of the little ticker wheel, but the aim, Shin, can I call you Shin? The aim is that every time somebody donates above a certain amount, there goes Gilliam, we spin the wheel, and then the stream slowly gets more and more cursed. But I typically give random fun facts on the FEA characters. I remember you commenting on some of the videos, but I didn't know you were the fun facts guy. That's awesome. I'm glad you made it out. We used to have a whale facts guy as well. I don't know where he's been. Actually, I think that's Sparky, right? Sparky Pixel? I wonder what he's up to. Hope he's doing alright. We have kind of a rotating list of people who like to come out and enjoy the streams. And I don't know. I like to check up on them every once in a while and see how they're doing. But honestly, yeah, like I said, this is kind of a dud, so might end things after this chapter, just on account of the gimmick for the stream not really working out. But either way, I'm glad you made it out. Coded with a unique AI that prevents him from targeting Natasha. However, in Japan, he has no qualms with murdering Natasha. Yeah, I keep forgetting that he doesn't target Natasha. Oh well, I'm not resetting for Gilliam. But I think I do remember that being the case. I just completely fucking forget every time. Gilliam getting double crit also just never ceases to be funny. I haven't been in that many streams of late. You've been out there supporting other creators, Skull. I don't expect everyone to always be, you know, up my ass 24/7. I'm proud of our community. I'm happy for whoever shows up whenever they show up. I'm not expecting everyone to be present all the time. I'm just happy with whoever we got. If only armor units had one more move, they wouldn't be useless. I tend to agree. I think if they started with 5 move, and then they just didn't gain any on promo, they'd be, like, acceptable. But having 4 move before promo is just... it's pretty hard to justify. With the exception of Oswin, because Oswin's stats are just that good. Well, that's kind of a beating a dead horse to talk about. Saying Oswin is good is like saying, yes, Fire Emblem is a series that has Smash Brothers characters. I did not mean to hit speed up. It's the second time I've done that. I should probably rebind that. Oh well. You lose 1 move promoting from Cavalier to Great. Yeah! That always struck me as odd. Like, why not just let them maintain Cav movement? Was it their way of making Dussel less overpowered? I mean, he's still really freaking good. But if he had 7 move, would it have been too much? He couldn't have handled his raw might? Whether it be Davis, Bosnian Dave, but I'll try to make it here when I can. Hey, like I said, Skull, we're happy to have you whenever you want to come around, but we're not, you know, I'm not expecting you to be here frequently or, you know. I want you to watch what you enjoy. I don't want you to feel obligated to come out. It's nice, but, you know. I also think it is important to support everybody else who has been, like, so helpful for our community. Like, going to watch a Davis stream is genuinely, like, a great thing to do because Davis is just a good guy and he's been supportive of our streams. It's kind of like, you know, by all means, you should go support your favorites and stick around them as best you can. But when one of us gets views, we all get views, kind of thing, you know. If one person is being supported, everybody's improving in the community. At least that's how I choose to look at it. Best guess is the Great Knight was designed to be an alternative Armor Knight promotion. They didn't come up with an alternative promotion for Cavalier, so they decided to just use Great Knight. That's fair. I don't like it, though. You're probably right, but that doesn't mean I have to like it. Yeah, why not? Davis is just cool, but hey, this channel is one of the reasons I've ever watched streams or really interact with the community, so I gotta support when I can. I appreciate that. That does mean a lot, Skull. Just, I hope that you know we do value you as a member of our community, but I also just hope you don't feel limited because of that. Nobody's expecting you to give like all of your time to us just because you're, you know. We just appreciate that you're around, whenever you can be, in whatever capacity you can be. And I want that to be true of everyone, by the way. As long as the community as a whole is supporting one another, I don't care if you guys go watch, you know, whoever. All that matters is that we just keep being the best community we can be. Just got back from shoveling snow. What did I miss? Not much, asked the staff. Like I said to everybody else, and they'll kind of agree, it's been kind of a dud of a stream. I was actually considering ending it pretty early. I guess I can do Unbroken Heart first. But I was considering ending it early because there's just nothing going on. And that's okay. Like I said, you know, sometimes these things happen. You have an idea and it just doesn't go the way you hope it does. But, you know, like I said, we know for next time now. And more importantly, I got to just hang out with everybody for a little bit, so that's always nice. Always a silver lining. Bonus shit tier map. Localization lowered all difficulty bonuses by 2. For example, normal mode in Japan went from +0 to -2 in localization. Huh. My favorite localization fun fact is that they couldn't fix Rennick. That he's just so unbelievably bad that he could not be fixed. That no matter how much they buffed him, no matter how much the King's horses and all the King's men, they could not put Rennick back together again. Seriously though, Rennick is one of the worst units I've ever seen. Within the context of FE8 and FE in general. I think, like, you think of bad units, right? You think of, like, Carla from Blazing Blade. You think of FE12 Bantu. I think, and this is what really annoys me, that Rennick is the worst unit in the series that is technically still worth using. Which is probably an oddly specific thing to say, but I think it's true. My favorite is that Hamel Canyon Pablo is actually bloody horrifying in FE8 Japan. His stats are cracked. I did not know Pablo was that much better in the Japan version. They forgot to modify Rogue's class bases. The thing is, he's so late in the game anyway that even if he joined as a really late thief with those bases, there still would not be a point to using him. Because realistically, what are you doing with a thief at that point in the game when there's like 3 stealables worth your time left? Maybe around the same time as La Rochelle. The thing is, even if he joined at the same time as La Rochelle, that only would give him 1 more chapter of availability. So I don't think that that would save Rennick. I think for Rennick to be useful, he would have had to join pretty much right after the root split. I mean, poor guy, like, he's just bad. Ah, Ford. FE just assigned philosophy. Anyone can be trained in the skirmishes in Volney, so we can make them as weak as we want. FE8 really does have some stinkers. I mean, my god. They made them so cool, too. Like, when I was a kid, I thought Marissa was the coolest character in the world. When I trained her in the Tower of Volney, of course she was. Everyone was. But she's so bad. And, like, even in the context of everyone in the game having access to the Tower of Volney, she would still be really bad. Because her growths aren't that good. How do I kill Rinka in this game? Get out of here, Ko. I've had enough of you. I've had enough of you, partner. Good to see you, though. Been actually meaning to message you, Ko. I'd love to, I was considering, asking you about something D&D related. Mostly, I just wanted an excuse to check in on you, because I don't feel like I hear from you enough. And I want you to know we appreciate you. He's legally helpful for any potential grinding map stealables. Dev's clearly looking to pretty heavy consideration. Yeah, evidently. Interestingly enough, her Japanese title was faithfully translated. However, an alternate translation could be The Blood Brandish. The Blood Brandish is a sick title. That's badass. God, why did they give Marissa such cool titles? She should not be as cool as she is for as lame as she is. Why are we dogging on Reneki? Isn't even bottom 5? He is absolutely bottom 5. Lots of things going on. That's okay. You got life things happening. I'm not judging. I just, you know, as long as you know we care about you, man. Ultimately, end of the day, that is my favorite part of being a streamer, specifically with the size of our audience right now, is just knowing that everyone truly is, like, part of a community, you know? Like, I feel like when you get to the amount of people that are in Davis's streams or Kratos's, you get to a point where you don't really get to interact with everybody as much, at least not on, like, an individual level. You kind of have to pick and choose. But I'm lucky enough that, like, I get to have actual conversations with you guys, and it feels like we're really, you know, building actual friendships and connections, and I appreciate that. Especially for those of you who are here who aren't in the server, we like hang out in the server pretty often, not like every day, but for the most part we like to go on there and we all chat it up and share art or talk about previous streams or even just like other games we're playing. I know somebody's doing an entirely separate Path of Radiance Iron Man in our server and they're showing us through text, and that's pretty awesome. There's a server? Yeah. If you actually, you should be able to see it in the description of the video. If you go down, there should be a Discord link. We don't really actively advertise it, but it's very much there. I will say again, hasn't been super active today, but yeah, in general, I'd say our server is like medium active, and everybody in it is just really, really nice. Amelia is at least supposed to be weak. Marissa joins with worse stats than Joshua in his join in a lot of areas, including weapon rank. So true. Amelia is like by design, Ewan is by design, and I understand that they created them with the tower in mind, but Jesus, Marissa should have just been a pre-promoted Swordmaster. Like, there's no reason we couldn't have had a pre-promoted Swordmaster in the game. Oh. Thoughts on these availability changes? You and Marissa and Amelia move to Chapter 5, and Cyrene moves to the Root Split. Okay. Here's my take. I think Amelia should have been the first of the recruits to join because she's the weakest. In my opinion, she's the weakest. If you were like changing the availability and were not taking availability into the equation at all, I think Amelia turns out to be the weakest. I think having her early would give you a reason to invest in her potential, potentially give her the ability to become an extra cav, and that's nice early on. So early Amelia, probably where Ross is, right? I would say move Ross to probably chapter 4 or 5 is good. And I think Ewan joining at the root split would be okay. Because Ewan would still be then very, very weak, but because of him having so much potential, I think that would be the ideal time for it. Because then it feels like he's still a worthy investment project. As for Cyrene, I genuinely think if you just moved her back literally like 2, maybe 3 chapters, she'd be fine. Sorry, I was talking too much. I got distracted. Let's move everyone before we continue this. My take on Marissa is buff the shit out of Shamshire and make it a PRF. I'm okay with it being a Myrmidon and Swordmaster only weapon. I just think Marissa should have been a Swordmaster. The way she's talked about in lore and everything, they should have just made her a Swordmaster. If she defaulted to being a Swordmaster and had like Corel-like stats from even just FE7, should have been fine. Should have been perfectly usable. What do I have against cool Myrmidons? I don't have things against cool Myrmidons. I think the cool Myrmidons tend to promote into cool Swordmasters. So why not just give us the cool Swordmaster? Or hell, have her and Joshua swap places and make him the Swordmaster. I don't care which one of them it is. I just think if they're joining at that time, they should be promoted. My take on Marissa is buff Joshua. So true. No, Marissa's... I like Marissa a lot as a character too, which makes it worse for me. Because she's just like, she's supposed to be cool and aloof, but she's actually just autism coded. And I love that. Like, I love that she is just quirky and socially inept and like really, really good with swords. That's her whole thing. And I think that's so funny. Like, everybody's just like, she's so cool and cold and calculated. A maiden of war. And then she's just like, I don't know how to cook. Cool Myrmidons have almost universal wretched unit feel. If that was universal, people wouldn't glaze Lyn. I don't think people glaze Lyn for her unit feel, though. I think people glaze Lyn because she has really sick animations. And probably because she was everyone's first, like, childhood crush. You're really liking Kairos, Hag and White? I need to play Hag and White. I need to play a lot of the hacks, actually. I haven't touched the hacks yet. But I know that those bring in a lot of numbers, so maybe I should be playing some more of the hack scene. What would you guys recommend? Don't say Code of the Burger King. I'm not going to play Code of the Burger King. I would probably play one of the Saga games. Or, Hag and White first. Maybe, what's the... There's another one I'm forgetting. Anyway, suggestions allowed. Hag and White was really fun. Good to know. PRF weapons are locked to the associated classes, not the character. Interesting. That's kind of weird to think about, because the character promotes. So you would think it would be tied to the character, but... Huh. Wait. So if it's tied to the classes, doesn't that mean the Shamshire, and you know, the whatever equivalent it is in other games, doesn't that mean that that is actually just a PRF without the PRF like title? I'd be so down to watch Hag and White. I could, yeah, we could see about it. Like I said, I've heard good things. I don't know. We'll have to look at some of the hacks. I could ask around and see what all the options there are. Hag and White does seem to be like the universal. We recommend them. I would not recommend playing the Saga games if you want to remain wholly associate. That's fair. That's a good point. Yeah, I don't know. Hag and White's probably the go-to, but I know there's a few others that people like. I know Romancing Saga. The PS2 game? Anyway. I know that there was the Darkstone hack people like. Morrow's Gold Country is the one I was thinking of that other people like to recommend. That was the one I was thinking of. Alright, I'm probably gonna close out the stream here in a minute because, like I said, this kind of just turned into a communal hangout since the event did not quite go as planned. So, we'll just finish up our conversation here and then that'll be that. Again, sorry it didn't really go quite to the plot, guys, but thank you for showing up anyway and just hanging out. I wish we could have had it be more eventful, but I'm still happy that I got to talk with everyone. I do genuinely still appreciate streams like this because everybody would just get to hang out. I'll join the server. Yeah, by all means. The more people in the server, the merrier. We got a great community. Everybody's, like I said, super nice, super chill, you know. We used to have a like weekly game night thing going on. For a while it was like a Minecraft thing, but now it's mostly just hanging out. That being said, I do post when I go live in there as well, so there's always some reason to check out the server. I post art in there as well, but yeah, anyway, I will be ending the stream pretty much right now, unless anybody has any like last second comments or questions. But it's been fun. It's been fun hanging out for a little bit. Always play The Last Promise. Forgot about The Last Promise. We probably should check that out at some point. Alright, well, we got some suggestions. But in any case, eat well, sleep well, drink well. Check with yourself, check with your friends. Till next time, Gale Force out.